This is not a protest for anybody who's watching. We appreciate you. This is a prayer to share the medicine of radical redistribution in front of the institutions that remove and displace hundreds of units of housing under the guise of knowledge production, who decide that their libraries and their institutions are more important than people's lives, who cause the mass eviction of people from their homes so that they have nowhere to go in a city that is violently sweeping humans like we are trash.
When I lost my apartment 2 years ago, I was living in a shelter on J Street, and it was terrible. What happened was I got sick with depression because I'm schizophrenic. I take medicine for hearing voices. I'm nervous and paranoid. I couldn't read at one time, but I can read a little better now. But I lost my apartment because I had like a nervous breakdown.
My name is Darcy Howard, and I was born and raised in the Bronx. I moved down here to Brooklyn. As you can see, I'm in a wheelchair. I mean, I've been through a lot of things in my life. I've been homeless. I was there in the shelter in the Bronx. And now they moved me down here off of Willoughby Avenue and Broadway. They tried to mug me on the subway. That's how I got into this situation.
Family member of Poor Magazine. We are wrapping up our last stop of it on tour in Lenape land, aka New York City. So we're here at the so-called Central Park, which covers the burial grounds and the community that once was, that consisted of 2/3 black folks and then later on Irish folks, and they put together, they had their own community within a community, but of course with the capitalists, that made them very upset. So as you can see on this timeline, we first purchased it in 1824. As you go all the way down, so as you can see, it's 1857. It's just a short span of time because on Wall Street in New York City and the societies, the folks who have all the money, a situation like that was not to be heard of, and of course they were not going to allow it to survive too much longer. After all, they might start their own banks. And so it was the greed of the capitalists and those few men who own all the money decided that we need a park. And as time has said, parks are truly signs of gentrification, violence.
One person have a house like this.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's an apartment building.
It's literally 6 fucking floors.
Oh.
And like,
hey, this is a message for the president. I know that we weren't able to get in, but also for any of the cameras that are listening, we're here to propose radical redistribution and community reparations. That the president actually give back their oversized monolithic house so that houseless people can live in it instead of getting swept, so that the evicted people from the Durham Industrial Complex in Columbia can actually, be housed. Because this house actually could house hundreds of people.
literally.
I also want to lift up Manhattanville. That specifically is the name of the Durham Industrial Complex that they are created for so-called students, and in the process evicted hundreds, if not thousands, of families and elders, longtime residents of New York. So anyway, you can call us if you want more information. We hope that you actually listen to a homeless and poor people solution to homelessness, and to eviction and to extraction.
And we're asking that you use those dormitories that you're building in Manhattan and house the people that you have unhoused.
Thank you again. Please consider coming to a session of People School, Mr. President, the degentrification, decolonization seminar.